Cheer! What is going on, everybody? Happy Mother's Day, first and foremost, before we get into this another edition of Yankees Weekly featuring this guy right here. Oh, this side, this side. This guy right here, Max Coverage, and yours truly, the Ace. Like I said, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Make sure you love, hug, support your mothers because they've been doing it for you guys, probably the majority of your life, like mine has. But what a week it has been for our New York Yankees as they finish 4-2 on the week, with two have been pains in our asses.
Oh, yeah.
The Houston Astros and the Tampa Bay Rays. Obviously, we finished out a 3-game set at home, and then we went on the road to, not too far from you, where versus the Rays. And this last game right here was a roller coaster of emotions. It was a hard-fought series. In my opinion, Yankees should have swept Houston, in my opinion, but no, we'll take the series win. But a hard-fought series, but the Yankees showed a lot of heart and were able to pull this game off. And before I get into Max's comments, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe and congratulate Max on 6K. He got there, man. A big milestone for the channel, so make sure you guys put those 6Ks in there. So, Max, what were your thoughts on this game that we just watched today? What was your reaction like?
First of all, I gotta talk to my boy Jay right here. Oh, popping confetti all over the place, and my boy Max with 2 X's. Welcome to the squad, bro. Jay, thank you, brother. You are the man. But man, what a game! Like you said, it was up and down. I mean, it was up for the first half of this game, and then out of nowhere, it was like, what the hell is going on? But this is a team, right? Last season, we would have lost this game.
Absolutely. Last
year, we would have lost this game. And the fact that we kind of came back and answered back almost with 4, or we had 4 runs, but almost tied back that bottom of the 7th with the Rays, man. It was incredible. This Yankees team is different. I dropped a video and I said, Ace, I said this team can win the World Series. I know it's a little, premature, right? We're still very early into the season. Things can go south. I get it. But I said, hey, this team has what it takes to win a World Series. And if you don't agree with that, you probably haven't been watching Yankees baseball. I don't know about you, Ace, but if you're looking at the AL right now, Orioles are probably the team that's in our way. Right now, the Houston Astros in the past were the team that was giving us hell. Always we could not get over the hump with the Houston Astros, but they are trash this season. I think the Orioles right now, as we stand, it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, like you said. Happy Mother's Day to every mother out there. But I think this team can win it.
Yeah. And Orioles lost too. So that means that we're back in, sole possession of first. But what a game it was, man. A roller coaster of emotions. Yankees got off to a quick 6-0 lead. Then all of a sudden it just seemed like Caleb Ferguson comes in, who he's been bad this year. His ERA is over 6 now after this outing. He could, after getting 1 out, he got hit around. And in my opinion, Aaron Boone left him out there too long. As soon as he walked Ben Roitvet, should have went to Nick Birdie. But I'm going to tell you this. Yeah. Special shout-outs to Luke Weaver, who is phenomenal as of late, who came in and stopped the bleeding because we still had 1 out. 8 straight guys have reached base until Luke Weaver came in and retired the side. In his last 7 games, Max, 13 innings, no ERA, 18 strikeouts, a .31 whip with 1 walk. He's been a pitcher that obviously Aaron Boone trusts him now, and he's in a more prominent role like we've seen him this weekend in the 8th inning, you know what I'm saying, in a role that's, when the game is on the line. So he's no longer a long relief. He's a guy that Aaron Boone has trusted, and in my opinion, we don't win this game without him because he came in and stopped the bleeding.
My bad.
No, you're good.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like you said, Luke Weaver has been phenomenal. Luke Weaver has been one of our best guys in the pen. And, you know, going into this season, the Yankees decided not to really they tried to sign Snell, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they kind of kept it in-house. Right? They re-signed Luke Weaver. They said, "Hey, Heel is our fifth guy."
Who he looks phenomenal too.
Oh my gosh, Ace. The Heel, I don't know how you cannot keep him in this rotation at this point.
I agree.
And we'll talk about that more later on in this show. But we have some callers backstage. Let's get the callers in. We have two backstage, but let's bring in Tyler first. Tyler, what's going on, my guy? How you feeling right now?
What's going on, guys? I'm doing good. I kind of regret what I did because when we were up 6-0, I decided to turn on the New York Knicks game because I wanted to watch some of that game. And then I pull up the Yankees score on my phone, and all of a sudden it's 6-5. So I immediately turned the game back on my TV. So I'm just happy we got the win. Obviously, Ferguson letting up a grand slam is not ideal at all, especially to the number 9 hitter in the lineup.
Yeah.
But big shout out to Luke Weaver. He's been really good for us to start this season.
Yeah, I mean, Luke Weaver, I did not expect him to be this good, honestly. He has been so damn good in his role because he's one of those innings eaters like Michael Tonkin is right now with us. But Weaver is just dominant when he's out there. Like when we have Weaver in, I feel good. Like I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, we're good, right? But like if you would have told me that last season, I would have said, I don't know about that. But I was saying this earlier in the stream. I was like, that's the thing about Cashman. He knows how to build a bullpen. That's one thing he knows how to do. Right? Yeah, some of the trades have been abysmal, to say the least. But I mean, Verdugo, Soto, we all know about that trade. That's been awesome. But right now, I mean, this bullpen for the Yankees, even though it was rocky today, this bullpen for the Yankees has been very good. Very good. And shout out to Weaver. He came in high moment. It was a rocky situation when he walked in, but he got the job done, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did. And like Luis Gil, he keeps putting these great performances together. Like there shouldn't be a conversation when Garrett Cole comes back. Luis Gil should not be the one that gets taken out of the rotation.
So who's going to be the one?
I think it's Cortez.
I think it's Clark Schmidt.
I know
Really?
Cortez. I know it sounds strange, but from what I've seen from Cortez, with all of the home runs that he's letting up this year, it's really coming back to bite him this year, and I think it gives us another left-handed pitcher out of the bullpen if they move him there. So I like Cortez. I like Cortez coming out. Clark Schmidt. I mean, I don't know how I feel about him because like sometimes he puts together really good starts, and he can go like 6 innings, maybe 7 at some point. But then there's other starts where he doesn't look so good. But yeah, I don't really know what's going to happen with that situation, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know what? That's a good problem for the Yankees to have that, Cole is starting to throw, more and more now. So that's a problem that we can probably put away for at least another, I would say, 3, maybe 4 weeks, you know what I'm saying, have this conversation down the road. But so far, Luis Gil's done the job, and a lot of people thought Weaver should have had the job. But I'm going to tell you this, in the roles that they're in, I like the roles that they're in. Weaver's locked down so far in the bullpen, and now he's getting more of a prominent role. And Luis Gil, his stats are killing it right now. He's first in the league in opponent average, second in opponent slugging, third in opponent OPS, and fifth in strikeout percentage. So it's like, dude, he's, a little bit command issues. His walks are a little bit high, but that's gonna happen with a guy like him. But he's looked good, and he's dueled against some really good pitchers, and won. So went against Corbin Burns, won. went against that dude that was that we played from Detroit. Who was it? The lefty that was really good and won. You know what I'm saying? So it's he's going to get some really good pitchers and he's playing really well.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Tyler though. I agree. I think it's Nestor at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And I said this earlier. It's not like he's doing terrible, right? It's not like the starting rotation for the Yankees are doing bad, but like someone's gonna have to go.
Yep.
When Cole comes back, and I agree. I agree with Tyler. I think Nestor Cortez is that guy out, right? Couple of rocky starts for him. He had a 4.02 ERA now in this season. He's won. The win-loss, I don't care about the pitching. Like, when you look at a pitcher and you look at the win-loss, I really don't really look deep into that because it could be a offensive struggle on the other side of the ball, right? So he's 1-4 right now, 4.02 ERA, and 9 starts. But he hasn't shown. I think Schmidt has shown me more so far, which is crazy because I did not expect that. I did not expect that for Cortez. I thought Cortez was locked in. I thought he was going to be good. But Schmidt has been better, in my opinion. So I think Cortez is going to be the guy out. And I don't know if you saw this, Ace, his last start. He was in the bullpen, and he was a little pissed off that Aaron Boone pulled him. And Aaron Boone was over there rubbing his shoulder, saying, "Hey, man, it's all good, whatever." But out of everybody, man, Cortez is definitely the. Of course, Rodon is secure, so that's why I don't even bring up Rodon. It's either going to be Schmidt, Heel, or Cortez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think Cortez out of the 3 is that guy out. Now I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot of times, but I'm agreeing with Tyler here.
Yeah, I had said in the beginning of the year that I think Nestor could be out, but I think Clark Schmidt.
Thank you, Tyler, for the call. By the way,
thanks, Tyler. But Clark Schmidt, I think he bodes well for a long relief / spot starter because we've seen it. He gets to the first and second time, no problem. Gets to pitch 75, no problem. But then after that, his ERA jumps a whole one whole number up.
Yeah.
And he starts struggling. That to me, look, I could see a situation like, let's say in this hypothetical situation, let's say Nestor Cortez, Clark Schmidt goes to the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Nestor Cortez doesn't have his best stuff, but the Yankee bats are hitting, right? Let's say we're losing let's say we're down by 1. You know what I'm saying? It's like 7-6 in the 4th inning. Nestor Cortez is out of the game. You want a guy that can come in, get the win, but keep it close and still eat up some innings. I think that's Clark Schmidt because, you going through the lineup the first and second time, no problem. You can get through 3 or 4 innings like that and set your team up for a victory until the bats get going, you know what I'm saying? And then get yourself a W like that. That was the role that Weaver was in to start the season, and now he's earned himself a different role. I just think, like I said, Clark Schmidt overall, it probably will be Nestor Cortez, even though he's a fan favorite, so it's really hard to say. But I personally think Clark Schmidt bodes better for the bullpen.
I mean, I understand what you're saying. Yeah. Like Schmidt, after 75 pitches, he gets rocky, right? It's weird because it's kind of like a different story with both these pitchers. Like Cortez struggles at first, and then he kind of gets settled in. With Schmidt, he's dominant. Like, I know you call almost every game, as I do. You see Clark Schmidt almost every single time. And, dude, from the first 4 innings, he's lights out. He's dominant. And then after that 4th inning, going into the 5th, it starts to, gets rocky. It's weird. But he's 4-1 with a 2.95 ERA, 8 starts, 42.2 innings of work, 47 strikeouts. I mean, this guy he's been better than I expected, honestly. Yeah. But the Yankees have a very tough decision on their hands.
Yep.
But
it's a good problem to have.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it's gonna be interesting what they do. Let's bring up our second caller, JD, in the chat. What's up, JD?
What's up, Jay? Thank you for waiting.
No problem.
How you feeling right now?
Like I said, I'm glad they won. That was a struggle.
Oh, that it was. Jay was in my stream knowing I was snapping. I was getting up, walking away like, dude, you got to be shitting me. Like, bro, with the 8 straight guys reach base safely. I'm like, we can't get nobody out. And then we hit 2 guys to bring in runs. I'm like, you got to be kidding me, man. Like, but I'm glad we pulled it off. But what were your reaction like? What was your reaction like, Jay?
Just happy they won. I really didn't think it was going to happen. I figured they were going to blow it.
Why?
But then, Gleyber. But then, hey, Gleyber came in, and wow, he surprised me. He really surprised me.
Yeah.
Once that happened, then I was happy. I was like, okay, maybe we'll take it away now.
Let me ask you, Ace, because I know we have a group chat, so I know how pissed off you are at Gleyber Torres at all times. How was your thought when he hit that home run?
Jay could probably tell you. Jay was there. What was my? I raised my hands and thanked the heavens that
yes, you did.
He actually did something because
Finally.
I was like, finally. I was like Gleyber just and that's baseball for you, right? That's the game of baseball. The baseball gods will put you in a position to either continue to struggle or overcome. Gleyber Torres seems like to always come up in a key situation. And more often than not, he doesn't come through, but he came through here. You know what I'm saying? Which is what we needed the most. And, because we were on the ropes. They had all the momentum. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, if it wasn't for Luke Weaver, we're probably losing that game. But they were about to knock us out. And Gleyber came in, hit it. And how about Jose Trevino, 2 home runs today? And Aaron Judge actually should have had 3. He missed 2. Barely missed 2. So the Yankee bats on thanks to 5 home runs, got it done. But, thank you, Gleyber Torres, for finally coming through. Do I expect him to keep this up? No. He comes through like once every 30 at bats, and he was just due. But, I'm just glad that he finally had his moment, and it's definitely his biggest moment of the season, his 2nd home run when we needed it the most.
Yeah, man, he what a at bat for Gleyber right there. I said it. I was like, he needed it. He needed this. Like he needed this badly. And man, he came up clutch, man. Like, the momentum shifted, of course, and we were kind of like backs against the wall a little bit, even though we were still up 1 run. But the fact that he went up there and delivered, I was like, damn, we needed that one from Gleyber.
With 2 strikes, because he had a quick 0-2 count.
Mm-hmm.
So finally, man, it was just such a relief. This was a roller coaster game for real.
It was fun though. It was fun.
So,
and Jay, I was telling Ace, I was like, this game last season, I don't know if you agree with this or not, but we would have lost this game last year.
Yeah, for sure.
And the fact that this team just kind of like said, okay, we'll see you 5, and we're gonna almost call you and put 4 more across. Like, what are your thoughts on the offense? What are your thoughts on this team? And what's the predictions for this team? Do you think this team is a World Series contender?
They have a good shot. They really do. Yeah, I see. Baltimore is probably our competition.
Mm-hmm.
And the others, I don't know.
Out of the AL, Baltimore is definitely the team.
Baltimore, yeah.
They lost today. Thankfully, they lost today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Which is kind of unfortunate because we didn't get a chance to talk about it last weekend either because we couldn't come on the show. That's why losing 3 out of 4 sucked against Baltimore because you're going to go neck and neck with this team all the way down to the final stretch. So now it puts more pressure on you to beat them next time. And, we were able to get to Corbin Burns, their best pitcher. But besides that, we didn't score more than 2 runs in the rest of the series. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of came in and got some confidence against us. But you know what? Maybe the bats are getting going. This is a different team because since then we've knocked off 3 series in a row. Detroit, Houston. Detroit was playing well. Houston's always been a thorn in our side, and the Rays are a rival. So now we're going against, we got a day off tomorrow, and we're going against a Minnesota team who's playing really well right now.
Yeah.
And, Yankees we keep having to prove ourselves, and this was a huge game. Backs against the wall, giving up momentum. You're getting punched, and the Yankees punched back in the very next half inning when, like Max said, Last year, they would have just tapped out. They would just be like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
we're done. We'll play better next game. They picked up Aaron Boone's in my decision in this game. The bats came alive, but yeah, you don't. It wasn't pretty, but we got it done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last thoughts, Jay. We got a caller backstage. Last thoughts on your mind before we sign you off.
Boone's got to do better.
Mm.
He sucked. He really sucked today. He really did.
Damn, really?
He left. Well, he left Caleb in there too long.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, but it happens though. You know what I'm saying? As long as we were able to overcome.
We did overcome, thankfully, but it was the bats that overcame, and putting Weaver in there.
Yep. So.
I mean, I agree. I'm not the guy that bashes Boone. You know me, Ace. You know me. I'm JD. You probably heard what I said. I think Boone gets hit a lot, and sometimes it's not really all his fault.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he's the best manager in baseball by any means. I still prefer Joe Girardi, but that was a Boone call today.
Yeah.
With Caleb Ferguson. I mean, I don't disagree with him taking out Heel, because Heel was, at that back end of his performance, 91 pitches. I understand that. And you're up 6-0. You don't want to risk the guy going out there and we already seen a line drive right up the middle to him and hit it off his ankle. Stuff like that happens in baseball. So I understand that you're up 6-0, take him out. But I did think they should have put Birdie in there because he was already warming up. But they elected to go with Ferguson, who's been kind of bad.
Yeah, he's been bad. And Birdie got touched up for the first time. Like I said, I'm right there with you. Take out Hill, have him feeling good, in line with the win. You bring in Caleb Ferguson to to get his ERA down, make him feel good in a long relief situation. Once he gave it the first hit, okay, you don't panic. He got the first out. But then they just started hitting, then you walking guys. The moment you should have took him out was when he 4-pitch walked Ben Royvet. You should have had who Birdie was warming up, you should have had him in there. You left him in there for Jose Siri, who ran into a fastball and, brought the game closer. But like I said, the Yankees were on the ropes. They were able to fight back nicely, thanks to Luke Weaver. But yeah, I'm critiquing Boone, but I'm not saying fire him or anything like that.
Yeah.
Learn from this situation, and you got to keep growing and don't make the same mistakes.
Oh yeah, just got to do better. That's all.
Yeah, do better. That's exactly like that. Boone has to be better.
Thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, man.
Later.
Appreciate you.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
D-Rod says it's not on Boone that Ferguson didn't hold a 6-run lead. The player didn't perform, and it wasn't a bad decision to put him. It wasn't. I just thought you already had Birdie warming up. Why not put him in? But
to face the righty Siri, absolutely, that's the right decision. Yeah.
Yeah. So, we have another caller backstage. New York Giants for life is his name.
What up, Ace? What up, Max?
What's going on, man?
Nice to put a voice to a name, man. Thank you for calling in your first time.
Yep, this is the first one I've even watched, so might as well call in.
Okay.
I've been watching every one of your streams, Ace, since I started watching. I haven't missed a stream yet.
Oh, appreciate that, man. Thank you for the support.
Let's go. Nice.
So
how you feeling?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
So what were your thoughts on? Obviously, you were in a stream. You saw my thoughts. I would like to know what your thoughts were on this roller coaster of a game.
Well, you definitely answered one of the things, because in the stream when I said I was confused on why they put Ferguson in to begin with how bad he has been recently. But you answered with how Weaver's been getting a more prominent role with the bullpen. But Boone's decision-making just always confuses me, game in and game out most of the time, especially late game or when we're up big. He keeps guys in too long, and it costs us a lot of the time. It almost did today.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, luckily we were able to get out of it. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm just glad the bats were able to respond because I wasn't comfortable with the 1-run lead. And I can't imagine anybody else would have been comfortable because they gained all the momentum. And then, you want to add insurance runs, but it's definitely a situation where Boone just has to be better. You know what I'm saying? Like, and, bullpen budget be damned. Like, we have a day off tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I get it, though. I mean, Caleb Ferguson, you want to give him some innings to get that ERA down, make him start feeling good because he's had a bad year. So why not put him up 6-0? I agree with what D-Rod was saying. It's up to the players to perform. But as a manager, you also have to know when your player is on the ropes and he doesn't have it. And you have to bail him out.
Yeah, that is a great point. I just wish he took him out a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I see, like, I just don't understand why would you warm up Nick Birdie, right? And then the next inning, it's Caleb Ferguson. Like, they didn't even show him warming up, right?
That's true. I didn't. That's
so
a good
it's
point.
like that's the thing I don't understand. It's like I know why, because he's a lefty going against I don't remember when Caleb Ferguson walked in. I think he was probably going against a lefty. That's why the analytic BS that the game has turned to. But I mean, you got Birdie warming up. Put him in,
Yeah.
right?
So,
Like,
let me ask you guys something. Does that make you think that they rushed Caleb in? Because Max made a tremendous point.
yeah,
We were both calling the game. We were like, Birdie's about to come in. Then all of a sudden, next inning, Caleb's on the mound. I'm like, when did he even get warmed up?
exactly.
So do you guys think they rushed him in the game?
If it never showed him warming up, and because don't they normally show every pitcher who's warming up when they start warming up?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then he most likely was rushed in today, which just makes it even more confusing.
Yeah.
No, like, I mean, I was like, what the hell's going on? I wanted Birdie to go in there up 6-0 because he's coming off the IL.
Mm-hmm.
Get him some confidence, right? You're up 6-0. That's the time you put your guy in after a long absence due to injury. Like, that was my thought. I don't care about the whole righty versus lefty stuff. I don't give a crap, right? That's what I hate about this, like, analytics stuff sometimes. I understand it. Yeah. You got to look at the scouting report. You got to look at the guy at the plate and say, oh, well, he's hitting 300 against righties, but he's only hitting 160 against lefties. I understand that, right? But you're up 6-0, and this is the time to kind of like implement your guy coming off the IL at a no risk spot. So that was my thought, was like, why would they just pivot and go that way?
Yeah, I've been trying to think about why. It just makes zero sense.
Yeah. And I mean, Birdie didn't go out there and do do any better, but still, like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it's just like, stuff like that. Like, yeah, Boone gets a lot of crap, and I'm not gonna put the blame on Boone, but he went with the analytics, and this time it didn't work. Right? That's basically what happens almost every time, Ace.
Yeah, for the most part. But like you said, I mean, we got the W. Like people in the chat are saying, Big Blue, Jay James. At least we still got the win. That's all that matters. Because this would have been worse if this would have came off a loss. Because it's a division rival too. The Rays are struggling as well. They're back to under 500. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to give a team any faith that they could actually compete with you. Like, Saturday, I didn't get to call the game, but they got their bats going, off of Nestor Cortez. But, a good outing by Luis Hill. The right guys stepped up at the right time, and the bats came alive today. And this is just, this is what this team can do. The bats can overcome. Now, granted, we have, lulls where we slump hitting, but then the bats get going. Everybody seemed to get it going today.
Yeah.
And I believe everybody got a hit, didn't they?
I think so, honestly. Like, I'm thinking, like, I mean, Yeah, I think everyone. Does Stanton? Yeah, Stanton got a hit. Yeah,
Every
he got pinch
starter, I'm
ran.
thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Birdie didn't get a hit. Birdie was the only
Oh,
starter to not get
come
a hit. He
on,
went 0 for 4.
Birdie.
Yeah. That's why you
Birdie's
got
been
to
on
put
fire
Cabrera in the
though.
game.
Birdie's been good. 400 batting average in the last 6 games.
Cabrera would have got a hit.
Bro, when Gleyber walked up, when he hit the 3-run home run, Uncle Rico was like, "Pull him out."
I did the
For
same thing.
Oswaldo.
Yep.
I said the same
Yeah.
thing.
We were
I said,
all flaming Gleyber in the chat
I
as
know.
well.
I said the same thing. I'm like, if there were a time to pinch hit for Gleyber Torres, it's right now. If he wouldn't have came through, my first thoughts would have been, Max, at what point are we pinch hitting for this guy? Because he can't hit.
No, I mean, honestly, we all. I don't know if you were in the chat, but Uncle Rico said if he gets a hit, I'm taking a double shot. That was like in inning 4,
Mm-hmm.
and then he smacked a 3-run home run. I was like, you better pour up.
Yeah.
You better pour it up, bro.
And then
You
people
know?
ask me, they're like, since you have a love-hate relationship with Gleyber, they're like, how you feel now? I said, this buys him a couple of games. Like, you're
He
not
needed
resolved.
that. He needed
you're
that.
not absolved for the season. Like, you're still struggling. But yes, this buys you Wednesday.
Yeah.
You have until Wednesday I'll give you 2 games. That's it. Thank you.
And I was like, go ahead.
At
Go.
that
My bad.
moment when Gleyber was up, seeing how it was only 1 out, I feel like that was actually a perfect time for him to do something. Because with the power he has, even a sacrifice fly would have been a good thing there. So I think that was the perfect time to actually not pinch hit because he had no chance of grounding into a double play.
Oh, yeah.
Good point.
I was thinking about that during the game as well. It's like, you can't get a double play here. So even if he pops up, the only way if it's a ground out is if they go to home, but then he'd be on base anyway.
Yeah.
That's a really good point.
Yeah, no.
But that was a perfect situation for him.
Yeah. My biggest fear was this, because I say it all the time with Gleyber Torres. He's at his best when he's hitting line drives to right field, right center.
Mm-hmm.
He's at his worst when he's popping up, when he's dipping that shoulder and popping up. I'm like, the worst. Gleyber could have easily popped up in that situation because that's what he does. You know what I'm saying? And then that wouldn't have gotten anything. The biggest thing is getting a productive out. And obviously he got more than that with a 3-run home run, which is what we'll take it. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this wakes him up a little bit.
Yeah, I hope it does too. Because he's been, and also his defense needs to pick up a little bit. He makes the tough plays, but those very basic plays he always struggles with.
Absolutely. Sometimes it might be overthinking. It's baseball's a reactionary sport. You have to know where to be. It's 90% mental. You have to know where and when to be. Sometimes on the easy plays, you're thinking too much and you get in your own head and you make those mistakes. We saw Gleyber make a good play in the first inning right after Volpe's good play. And you know what I'm saying? It led to some good defensive plays. But overall, his defense, like you said, he can make the tough plays, which is why Gleyber's so frustrating as a player, because we know he can play. And we know he can hit. We know he can make the tough plays. And it's the nonchalantness that reminds me a lot of Robinson Cano that really frustrates me, or the boneheaded base running plays that he does. And I'm just like, dude, like, what are you doing? We've seen Gleyber 2 times this year try to go for the runner on third instead of taking it out on first, and they haven't worked either time. That's what's frustrating about him.
I think he needs to rely more on instinct than thinking on defense. Because when
agree.
you're going on instinct, it thinks for you, so you just make the correct play most of the time when you run by instinct.
Yeah.
D-Row says that's right, Ace. Barra said baseball is 90% mental and the other half is physical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To people that think baseball is boring, they just don't understand it. At the major levels and stuff like that, or not even the major leagues, but at the like AAA, AA, single A, and even the college ball, every player is moving. If you look at a baseball game, no one's just standing there. Everyone has to move and react to a certain situation. Like, if this is hit here, I have to go here. And then if this is thrown here, I have to be here. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes people can overthink it. Like, that's why I do think what happens to Gleyber with his mental lapses. Because he's got the talent. He's just airheaded.
I don't think the Yankees will drop the bag on him, though, at this season. Because with all the, not even because of him, because of all the depth that we have in that
Mhm.
infield, like the second base, shortstop. You know, we have Gabriel Arias. We have Yorbit Vivas. We have,
Peraza
you know,
still.
up Peraza, and I mean DJ. Who knows when the hell he's going to be back? But he's going to be back, and they're not going to just throw him by the wayside, paying $15 million to him. So Gleyber is he's in a tough spot, and he needs to start waking up. Honestly,
you-
for his own sake.
Would you two bring him back?
No, I wouldn't.
Giants
mean-
for life. Would you bring him back?
I've been thinking days on that, and I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Spinning Mantis says Lombard Jr. Yep.
Yeah,
Or
him
first
too.
round pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chat, would you guys bring back Gleyber Torres? And how much do you, Max, how much do you think it would cost?
I think Gleyber, he probably wants a 6-year deal. I mean, he's 26, so
Yes.
6-year deal would probably make sense. Probably 120 mil, 140 mil.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, I mean, I even know he did great today. I mean, coming up big in a tough spot and clutch home run, he just hasn't really shown me that that payday. So I don't think the Yankees are going to do it. Maybe he takes a discount. Maybe he just wants to stay here, and maybe he just says, "Hey, like, listen, I'll take a 6-year, 100 million and stay here." Maybe,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you want to get paid, right?
Yeah.
That's
But
his
then-
first payday.
Yeah, of course. I agree with that. You got to make sure you get paid. But then at the same time, too, then if you're going to do that, you have to start grouping guys for third base. We need to find our third baseman, you know what I'm saying, of the future. Like, are you going to move Vivas there full time? Gleyber Torres can't play anywhere but second. His bat. Gleyber Torres is the only player I've ever seen that moves positions and all of a sudden can't hit. When he played shortstop, he couldn't hit for a lick. So,
Yeah.
but I don't know if I would bring Gleyber back. Especially with the year he's having. But like you keep saying in your streams, Max, every time Gleyber messes up, he's getting paid less and less. Like in a contract year, can't expect him to get paid top dollar. But we'll see what the Yankees have in store. Like because Peraza struggled too. Is Arias going to come up and be our everyday second baseman? Is eventually he's still like 2-3 years away.
Yeah, he's
Is
a little
York
bit
Vivas
away.
going to come up and take the role? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. We'll see what happens.
I think when it comes to third base, I think they might use Cabrera there at least next year. And if we don't bring back Gleyber, I think next year DJ is going to be playing second base most of the time.
See, I wouldn't like that because DJ LeMahieu's getting up there in age. And
Yeah.
dude, as you get young, what is he, like 37?
No, he's not that old. No.
Are you sure?
He's like 34.
30.
Hold on, let me look because I know he's not 37. I know that. He is
35. So 35.
Yeah, 35 years.
When's his birthday though? No, he's gonna be 36 this year.
Yeah,
So so not too far from 37, but he's gonna be 36 this year. You don't get younger, and you can't play every day. I think, and with what DJ LeMahieu's getting paid, he's really not getting paid like super like when the cap goes up, not the cap, when the numbers go up and everything. LeMahieu needs to be back to that ultra utility guy. He can't be our everyday player anymore. He can't. His body can't take it.
he can't even get on the field.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I mean,
Dominguez might come back before LeMahieu at this point.
yeah. But I appreciate you, NY Giants for life. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to you supporting Ace all the
Appreciate you.
time, and thank you for calling in, man. Call in every single week, bro. We appreciate
man.
you.
Yep. Thank you for having me.
No
Yes,
problem,
sir, bro.
man.
Always.
We always love having our Giants fans up here, especially with this guy right
boo.
here.
Go Paco. Yeah,
He's
I had a number.
He's happy he took Xavier McKinney from us, but you know what? We replaced him. We don't need him anymore.
Whoop, whoop.
A lot
Thank
of my
you,
friends are Packers fans, so we always joke.
There we go.
So
NY Giants for life. Thanks for calling in, bro.
Appreciate
Good
you, my
call,
dude.
man. Good call.
thanks for the support.
Bye.
All right, man. We got another caller down backstage. My guy, D-Rod.
Whoa, what's up, fellas? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. How are you?
What
Good
up,
to
dude?
see you guys. What's up, Ace? How you feeling, bro?
Good. How you doing?
I'm still alive. I'm 50 years old, and I had too little too much Buffalo Trace last night, so I'm a little not doing too well.
Man, you
I
got
can't.
a
I'm
lot
trying
of,
to
you got a
keep
lot
up
of
with
energy.
below.
I know. Hold on. I like that. Hold on. I like that energy. Yeah.
You got a lot of energy for 50 years
I
old.
try, man. I'm telling you, and I look a lot better than I don't want to go on camera now because I feel like crap, so I look like crap, So, and you can't beat the hand of doom because that's the prettiest hand that ever lived.
Oh yeah, she is unfortunately not feeling well. She's she's in the room right now laying
The
down.
hand
But
of doom. What's that joke?
that's Sydney. Yeah, that's.
Oh wow.
You see the emojis now. Hey, if you're in the chat right now, if you're a member, drop the hand of doom emojis for Sydney. Make her feel better.
Is that your pet name for Cindy? The hand of doom?
No, it's not a friggin' pet name. No.
Like, baby, I love you, hand of doom.
See, D-Rod, what you do, man?
I don't know. Well, listen, I'm just, following the crowd, man. I'm just, I try to be a trendsetter or pioneer when I can, but usually I'm following Bill's. Look, last night I followed Bill's lead, and now I'm freaking hungover like heck. Freaking Bill.
See, that Bill O is a very bad influence on everybody.
He is. I'm telling you, he's awesome. And I still think he robbed that bank the other night when he disappeared.
He did, D-Rod. Yeah, like I don't know if Ace, you were in the chat, but Bill O said, "I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the bank real quick." And then D-Rod was like, "Bring your ski mask." Yeah. And then we haven't heard from Bill O in like an hour. And then D-Rod's like, "Hold on, what the hell is going on here?"
Maybe he was the getaway
Bill
driver.
O might have robbed the bank at that point.
Imagine if that actually did happen, and this is how they find out, like the feds are on it.
Damn. Yeah. See, I don't want to be a rap dude. I'm from New York. You can't be a rap from New York.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Don't be a snitch.
Snitches get
stitches. But D-Rod, man, thank you for popping in, man. You popping on both channels, man. We appreciate you. What were your thoughts on how the Yankees have been playing as of late? Because we are 3 series wins in a row. What's your take on that?
Well, I mean, they're doing fine. I mean, Boone it looks like he's changed some managerial tactics. I don't know if that's coming from the front office. That's him. They're a little bit more in sync. They're, but I think that's better. I think maybe just Boone after 3, 4, 5 years is going, okay, let me adjust. Let me see what can happen here. Maybe I shouldn't do this anymore. Maybe I'm listening too much to the front office, to the nerds or whomever. And now, I'm getting some years under my belt and some games under my belt. And I've seen where I've messed up. I still can't believe, what was it, a couple of years ago when the Yankees got swept by the Astros and Boone took out Cole in game 3 when they were what? And they put in Lou Trevino. Are you kidding me? What the hell was that about? No, that still blows my mind. And I see with that move, I can understand, why Boone gets criticized for bullpen stuff. And I think hopefully now he's starting to learn and change and adjust to not making those stupid mistakes anymore. So, but to answer your question, I think that's, they're doing fine. I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, Verdugo's energy is pretty good and that's helping. It looks like this guy Jones, it seems like a really, like one of those clubhouse guys, and the 29,000th man on the roster. That's like everyone loves. He's like the mascot or something like that. And Verdugo as well, because they seem like they're nice buddies and they're hanging out and they're bringing good energy. So that's to answer your question. I think maybe those 2 things are overall was helping, and of course trading for Soto too. But the obvious. But what do you think, Ace?
The personnel helps a lot. Let's put it like this. The personnel that he has, okay, Boone's late game decision making still kind of worries me. He hasn't had to make too many because of Clay Holmes has played well. That's the obvious choice, you know what I'm saying? Put him in there, you know what I'm saying? Even though he does give us a heart attack, he tends to play well. But the personnel definitely helps out Boone. But he's had maybe 2 or 3 games this year where his late game decision making has been a little questionable. I just hope it doesn't rear its ugly head when it comes to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like in big games and stuff like that. But yeah, as far as to your point of last year, where he taking out Garrett Cole, I mean, we got swept by the Astros, not last year because we didn't make the playoffs. You got to go down with your best pitcher. I don't care if Garrett Cole has 120 pitches. You go down with your best pitcher. You don't bring in somebody else to get hit around. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You go down with your best players, in my opinion. Max, that comment from Robert is hilarious.
Yeah,
Robert's talking shit to you, D, saying he went on camera with no grill in his mouth.
Oh, okay. I'll go on. I don't care.
Look. But then to Robert, there you go.
Oh, D-Rod in the chat.
I look pretty good for 50. Everyone says I look young for 50.
Okay.
Hey, unlike Robert, you didn't have to put in the veneers, so you're good.
That's right. Yeah, I know. I mean, I lost. I just got a crown done last week, so so it's funny that you mentioned that.
Yeah,
I'm catching up to you, Robert. One day I'll be like, "Hey, how it going, everybody? What's going on?" But,
Robert came in 1 week with gums, and then the next week, Robert came in 1 week with gums, and the next week with a full new shiny set. So it's like, yo, he's showing it off.
Good
Remember,
stuff.
Max? He couldn't stop smiling that show.
Oh man, I don't blame him. He has some nice veneers, man. He has some
Good stuff.
Better teeth than I do. Shit.
Well, it's cool that you're on camera because I want to show. I love this hat. This is the Rail Riders, the affiliate. I love. I mean, that's going to be me in 10 years, right there. Seriously.
Yeah. with the diaper.
Yeah, pinstripe diaper too, for sure.
Hey, Robert says you look fine.
Thank you, Robert. I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Well, is it okay if I want to mention something on the chat? I mentioned, the base running. I mean, overall in baseball, base running has just been garbage. And trying to figure out, look, Birdie kind of did that, messed up. Wells messed up in this series alone. And there's, of course, Torres, I mean, that's just a given that Torres he runs like a knucklehead. I mean, even the nice play, but even the nice play that Torres made, that little short hop at second, I think in the first or second inning, whatever it was, great
second
play.
Out of the game.
Yeah, but the thing is that, I've noticed that Torres always goes to the side and sort of tries to get in front of the ball. Isn't that what they teach you? Get in front of it. Like he should have been in front of that ball, because there's been some plays just like that. Some balls hits him like that go right through his glove and they go to right field. I think 2 or 3 times that's happened. It's like, just get in front of the ball. I think he's afraid of it. Almost like the way what's his name, Carlos Beltran was afraid of the outfield wall. Freaking Carlos Beltran. That was like kryptonite for him. Those outfield walls. He never ran anywhere near them when he was a Yankee, at least.
Yeah, that's why I say like Cano. Robinson Cano was like that. Robinson Cano, I say, was very nonchalant, but he had what he had that Gleyber didn't have was a better arm. Robinson Cano made it look effortless. Gleyber doesn't have that arm. You know what I'm saying? So he's got the talent, but he's very nonchalant. Like you said, he does take a lot of side hops, stuff like that. It makes a lot of errors. So.
Yeah, and then I mean, if that was the only thing he did, then we can live with it. But then he's throwing, balls to third base, and okay, he got away with it once. That's something you can't do all the time. You gotta, I mean, then he goes too much to the well and all that stuff. And I think Gleyber, he's a fantastic player. I just don't think he's a winning player. I agree. Right, I think he'd do a lot better in Seattle or somewhere a little more relaxed.
Miami, like I feel the same way. Yeah. Okay, I feel the same way about Boone. I think he's a fine manager, but not a championship caliber manager. But Gleyber Torres, that guy, Aaron
the baboon, right? That's what everyone calls him, the baboon. The baboon, right?
Exactly. But I'm gonna tell you this though, I personally, I would have flipped Gleyber Torres for Luis Arias. I said that a while ago, because this is the thing. Miami wants Gleyber. They've been wanting Gleyber for the longest time, right? Yankees didn't want to give him up. If we would have got our hands on Luis Arias, their defense isn't that much of a drop off from each other, but then you automatically get yourself a leadoff guy, and you can move Volpe back down to the 6 hole, and you have a Luis Arias for about 2 years, and then by that time you let him go. And then Arias and the kids are ready to go. I would have made that trade. Obviously, not straight up. You would have had to include other pieces in there. But I would have done that in a heartbeat, in my opinion.
I think the Miami Marlins could not afford Gleyber Torres because they loaded up on prospects for a rise. They're a cheap franchise, and they probably knew, why would you give up prospects for a guy who's probably going to walk at the end of the year? Like when Gleyber is done this year, that's what I'm saying. Like, we probably won't get anything back for Gleyber Torres. Like maybe one player, right? Because he's on a walk year.
Right.
But like, that's why I know Miami wants Gleyber, but they can't afford him. Like, I mean, even this bad year for Gleyber, he's not going to settle for a cheap payday. He won't. I mean, and he shouldn't.
All right.
I'm not.
What's interesting? I'm sorry that Miami, when the trade that they made with the Padres, they got a decent amount of prospects, but they paid the salary for a rise. They paid $8 million this year to the Padres in full, and I was kind of surprised about that. I was like, wow, Miami's paying salary? Are they crazy?
Because he's on a 1-year contract.
Is that so? That's all they pay. So then they're pretty much paying for the prospects that they got in return. Is what they're paying. For. Okay.
Yeah. So they pay this year, but they pay this year, but they're done next year. They're good. You know what I'm saying? But also, a lot of people don't understand this, but Stanton, the Miami Marlins paid the last 2
Oh, they
years
did.
of his contract $10 million
Right.
for Giancarlo Stanton. So they had that in the back of their mind as well. I mean, if I was a GM, you got to think about that as well. Like that's $20 million down the drain for a player that's not on your team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
I mean, Arise, God forbid, he's great, but the Yankees didn't go for it. You know,
Yeah.
but we'll see what happens in free agency with him.
Like I
I
said,
go ahead. I'm sorry. I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I got a thought outside little because everyone's saying bring up the kids. We got a lot of kids, and that's there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, the two things I got a little something outside the box. It's not really what I'd like to do, but it'll be an option in the off season, which would be to sign because you know who's also a free agent. That's a second baseman is the Korean player from
Kim.
the Padres, Kim.
Yeah.
And he's a lot better, and he can play shortstop also. He's a really good player, he's dynamic, high energy guy. What he would cost compared to Torres? Do you want to pay for him, and then maybe trade the kids, the infielders for other whatever you need, whatever's lacking. Because if you bring up, you have Volpe's going to be in his third year at shortstop, and you have a rookie at second base, so the middle of your infield defense and everything is going to be there. He is. Oh my goodness.
Is that Mr. Clean?
Ooh, we must have
Robert.
we got an earring there.
Look at that teeth, man. Damn, I want those teeth. There you go, Robert.
Oh my gosh, that set him back a pretty penny. That's at least a month's worth of rent right there. Oh,
Hey,
but,
it's worth every tooth.
yeah.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, like you said, we got our shortstop. Let's put it like that.
Right.
Yeah.
we got to finish out. We got to figure out the other infield positions. Because this is the thing. Rizzo's not getting any younger. You're gonna have to replace him sooner rather than later. Torres, you got to figure out what you're gonna do with him. And we need a third baseman. When's the last time that we can say we had an everyday franchise third baseman? It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a couple of years ago when you look at when Arenado was up on the market, the Cardinals gave up nothing. None of those prospects for Arenado turned out to be anything. So I think the Rockies just wanted the salary relief. And at 5 years, whatever it was, 4 or 5 years ago, I was screaming for Arenado. I was like, "What? He's there. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's a gamer. He's he's Gold Glove. You'll have him there forever." At the time he was expensive, but you see what you can do with prospects and money, because that's always the thing. So, but I think even now he's compared to Soto and Judge, he's going to be cheap. And who do you get? To your point, who's the third baseman next year? DJ? You trust him?
I would have loved this. If we could have a time machine, you get Manny Machado, and just that's one that's gonna forever haunt us. Like for not being able to get him.
I don't think so.
I like that move, man. I would have loved.
Oswaldo's played a great third base this year. He
for this year. Oh yeah.
Honestly,
year,
I'm shocked because Oswaldo he has a couple of errors on the field, but he's played a great third base.
Yeah,
honestly,
and he's
Bertie,
well.
and Bertie is under contract until after next season, so he'll be there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And Peraza's in the wings, of course, but I don't think that's gonna haunt us. The Nolan Arenado.
No, I didn't say Arenado. No, I was saying if we had a time machine, I wish we would have got Machado.
Oh, Machado, that's what I meant. My bad. Machado. Yeah.
So what do you guys think about Kim? Just again, it's not what I would prefer, but it'll be an option for the Yankees in the offseason. Hey, sign this guy. He's good. He's established. Good offense. Good defense. He could play both infield, shortstop, and second base. What the price is compared to, because you got they have about 100 coming off the books, but then at least half of that's going to Soto's pocket, and then you got to you have other holes to fill. You got maybe third base and maybe first base as well. Do you pick up Rizzo's option if he plays well this year, which I think they probably will, because it's relatively cheap compared to what the alternative is? Do you sign Goldie as a first base, but he's older than Rizzo?
No,
and Rizzo's already there, right? So that's what I mean. So there's not much. What do you do? That's the killer part.
First base, it's probably going to be Rizzo. They're going to probably pick up that team option unless he just flat out fucking sucks the rest of the year.
But we've been seeing Judge taking more reps at first base, though.
Kazilla says Jones at first base, but I don't think they're going to do that because Jones is a great outfielder.
Yep.
He has a lot of range. He's fast. I think if you move anybody, it's going to be Judge to first. Like you said, Ace. I think that's what happens when you are an older player. You know, we saw Albert Pujols, Miguel Cabrera, these guys, Bryce Harper. These guys move. Bryce Harper was from an injury, but like these guys moved to first base eventually in their careers to
And it
like
saved them a couple
prolong
years.
their career. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I've been saying when Judge is 35, 36, he's going to be first base. Why not? And Rizzo's there to teach him.
Yep.
Rizzo is there to train him on first. Great first baseman to train somebody, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it makes sense. And Spencer Jones will be taking over center field for the New York Yankees.
Yes,
Or
and,
Dominguez.
I could possibly see Dominguez in left, Spencer Jones in center, because the numbers show that Dominguez is a better left fielder and Spencer Jones is a better center fielder. But Aaron Judge going to first, the only thing I don't like about it, and this is just a pet peeve for mine, is that he's not lefty. I just love lefty first baseman. They apply the tag easier, turn the double play easier. But you know what? Maybe that's what Judge is ultimately destined to be, because he can, you know, it'll save him 3 or 4 years just by playing, you know, he's got a good arm. He's got a good, accurate arm, but you know it's going to save his legs in the long run.
Yeah, you don't worry that he's too big. He's just a big, bulky, not just the height, but just his girth.
No, if anything, that height, you know, as long as he can. Is the thing, if Judge is going to play first base, he's got to start getting more flexible, because you need to be able to make that long stretch at first, consistently, and obviously scoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you got to. I don't know if he's got to take some like yoga classes or some Pilates or whatever, but you got to get more flexible, man. Like,
well, it's almost like being a goalie in hockey at first base. It's very
exactly.
similar.
Exactly. Because if you stretch too much, you're gonna throw out that groin, and you might be missing some time. So he's definitely got to get more flexible on that.
Good stuff.
So,
that's what it is. I mean, there's, but you know, if you keep Cabrera at third and you bring up the young guys, so you're gonna have, you know, 2 young guys in the left side of your infield, a rookie at second base. You'll have a good first baseman, which will help you. But I mean, that's, you know, will the Yankees want to put 3 really young guys in 3/4 of their infield? You know,
why not? It's baseball. Like, it happens. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, guys can find success at this level as long as you're patient. As long as you have. Okay, what made the Yankees dynasty in the late 90s good is we had a mix of good young talent, but we also had those veterans in there that we brought in to kind of finish it off. You know what I'm saying? That's what you kind of need in baseball. You can do that again. The young guys can hit. Atlanta, for the longest time, they won off young talent as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can do that. Stop being afraid to actually give these prospects a shot if you think they're the real deal. Like Volpe's had a great second year. He's been hot since his last 6-game hitting streak. You know what I'm saying? Like, Volpe has a lot of ebbs and flows, but it's just about finding consistency. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully he starts getting hot. Peraza, I think ultimately is a guy that's probably not going to be here long term. Maybe in a trade piece, something like that, because he's lost every single opportunity he's had. Vivas, I like Vivas. Arias, from the small sample size I've seen him, has looked pretty good as well. But we'll see what happens.
Did you say Beavis?
No, Vivas.
Oh, Vivas. Okay, I was like
Vivas.
I was
Norbert
like
Vivas.
Butthead. I was going nuts there for a second.
No, yeah, Vivas.
Okay,
which, you know, which Vivas was the top prospect for LA, for the Dodgers.
Yeah.
So,
well, here's the thing. Will the Yankee fan tolerate a learning curve from a new from the second baseman, from third base? You know, once you give Cabrera that third base job, say, this is yours, you're the third baseman. It's a different animal. It's like, okay,
as long as we're winning. Yankee fans will tolerate it as long as we're winning, because like, as long as you're getting production out of, so look, you can bring in guys like Cabrera and Volpe. You could afford them. Even Austin Wells is struggling a little bit, right? But as long as the big bats are hitting and the Yankees are winning, like Soto's carrying, Judge is getting hot, Verdugo's got pushed up in the lineup because of how well he's doing. You know what I'm saying? If Rizzo and Stanton can get hot, you can deal with the progression and Yankee fans being patient as long as they're winning.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. I'm going to get out of here.
All right, D-Rod.
Be good. Well, before you go, one last thing I wanted to say. I want to say this to Ace. You should have seen, I think it was either Norma or Alita that mentioned, because the Hand of Doom came on the thing, and they were like, when are you going to get married, Max? When are you going to get married? I've never seen Max so pale before, ever. In his
he probably got red, yeah.
D-Rod, it's because it happened multiple times before.
Has it been already? Okay.
Before the stream, yeah. Before that happened, yeah, a couple of times before already. So And yeah, the Hannah Dunes hears everything. So
The hand of doom reminds me of the claw from Toy Story, like the claw, like the hand of doom. Like,
oh, Norma says it was not me. Hold on, Norma says it was not me. It
It
was
wasn't
probably
normal. Okay,
Lita.
it had to be Alita then. Yeah. Okay. But that was good. I just
Thanks,
that was the
guys.
first time I experienced it because I've only been here a couple of months, and then I was like, man, they're really going to town on Max. Like, dude, like, what, I mean, it was really. There you go. Donna, man,
Uh-oh.
Donna's everywhere today. She's been talking to Bill. She's been talking to Angelo. She's all over the place.
Sydney's
Yeah,
about to
Donna-
start fighting in the chat.
Oh, we might have a fighting. Yeah, we might have a fighting.
We're gonna have a cat fight. It's not gonna be coming from Simba.
Maybe that's the reason why Bill robbed the bank to get money to take Donna out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Ferguson made me pop half a bottle of Tums. I like that little D-Rod there. All right, man. Appreciate you,
Be good.
bro.
Appreciate you,
Appreciate
Please call.
guys.
Hey,
Take care. Be well.
please call in
Call in some
every
more.
week.
Yes,
man.
absolutely. Okay, you got it. I
Awesome
appreciate it,
stuff,
guys.
bro.
Be
Awesome
well,
stuff,
fellas.
man.
Take it easy.
We got our guy right here, Ken,
What up,
waiting
Ken?
backstage.
Hey, fellas, how's it going?
What's up, dude?
Just got to Pennsylvania to take care of my mom's. It was a long drive, and I was listening to Max lose his mind.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? The seventh inning?
5 runs, bad guys, two real bad outings from 2 pitchers, bases loaded twice in the same inning.
Oh yeah, you damn right. I'm losing my mind.
I'm gonna go back and listen to Max's.
What are you
but
talking? What are you talking about?
I'm gonna go back and listen to Max's, but it could have been worse than mine. I had to get up and step away for a little bit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, what is going on? Like, cause it was a slow burn, and I'm just like, is this really unraveling? Like, what the hell is happening here? We were just up 6-0.
Just think, you guys were talking about it. I was listening, and I'm driving amongst a bunch of idiots. So
Ken's over here fucking speeding 100 miles per hour down the highway. Like, are you kidding me? I'm glad you made it to your mother's safely, Ken. I know.
Wish her happy Mother's Day from us.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day.
Glad you're probably able to. Glad that you were able to escape all this crazy Virginia weather we've been having.
Man, I'll tell you what, it's raining here, and it's 51.
He can't get away from it.
No, it's worse here than it is in Virginia.
No, so stay up there because it's nice down here today. So that means you're the bad luck for the weather. So
great, I appreciate that. My mother asked me, "Where's your jacket at?" I said it was 72 when I left. What the hell do I need a jacket for?
Yeah.
Ken, how you feeling about today's game, man? It's been a roller coaster. I know you were driving, so you didn't. I don't think you watched it, but like.
No, I didn't watch it. I listened to your broadcast. It's funny how the players stepped up. That the call for Jumai Jones to hit a home run in the first inning or his first at bat.
Oh, I called it. I did. No lie. I called it. I said when I was reading his stat line, I said he's got no home runs and no RBIs. I said it would be nice to get your first home run and RBI. I can't because the audio wasn't good on the call. But no, I legit called it. I was like, yo, I called it.
Zilla called it in the chat before the stream started. I was like, no way. I was like, if that happens, you gotta buy a lottery ticket. And it happened.
Did
First at
bat.
Me?
Did anybody call Trevino?
No, I don't think anyone called Trevino. I called Judge. He hit a home run, but after that, I was like, oh, that's not even like, you know what I'm saying? Like to call a Jumai Jones home run, it was awesome. Like, good job, K-Zilla.
So, I mean, I'm on my trip and I'm hearing Jumai Jones hits one deep. It's going. It's gone. I was like, holy moly, somebody called that.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell is going on? And then Trevino with 2.
It was
2 home runs. Austin Wells was over there punching the dugout like, damn it. I'm never going to get some PT anymore.
It was great to hear the unsung heroes stepping up, contributing and getting us in there. I mean, it was like 17 when people came in to the lineup. They all performed. It wasn't like we had big holes and we got cheated out of our pennant and World Series, but it's the same type of mentality, and I really like where the youngsters are going.
I mean, this team is. I think this team is just different. Oh, hold on. I got a special guest in here. My mother is in the
Hey.
chat. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. I tried to call you. You didn't answer your phone.
Which one is she in the picture? They both look
Wow,
really young.
Ace.
I was about to say, it looks like they're like sisters.
My mom is in the right there. That's my sister on the left.
Well, it looks like you got two sisters right there. Happy Mother's Day to
Wow.
Max's mother.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you. I'll call you after the stream. But sorry guys.
No
Hey.
worries.
This team is different. This team is. I dropped the video already, and I might be overzealous. This is a World Series contender team.
Well,
Ken,
I mean,
let me ask you.
You sit down and you look at the team. I mean, every year you come out at the trade deadline. These are the things that we need to really do. Well, looking at this team, I'm not really seeing an instant need that we have to make a big trade for.
If you're not going to play Cabrera every day, if Birdie can stay healthy, maybe third base is a committee thing, but I don't know. Maybe another starting pitch. Well, when Cole comes back, we should be fine. But I mean, yeah, it's hard to see what holes, but you could always use somebody, you know. But this is the thing you have to realize too. We're getting guys back, so it's gonna be like midseason acquisitions when Cole comes back and when Dominguez comes back.
Yeah, but you've also got all the bullpen arms that are coming back. Usually we add something. You got Canely, Efros, Birdie just came back. Trevino.
He's not coming back. Lou Trevino, he got shut down
today,
Did
right?
he?
Yeah, he got shut down today. Yep. Right elbow inflammation. So
I mean, you've still got 3 quality relievers that are coming back from the IL, and you've got some pretty good arms sitting down there at AAA. So I mean, you've got the ability to move players around that are quality players. And you talk about third base. The last third baseman that was high quality that the Yankees had was A-Rod.
Yep.
We've had Chase Headley. We had the kid that played one season, rookie that injured his shoulder.
for the Yankees?
Yeah.
You talking about Peraza?
Nope. He kept.
You talking about Andujar? Andujar.
Yeah.
Oh, Andujar. Okay.
Andujar. But Andujar also played some outfield too. And then, Donaldson as well. Donaldson was a nightmare for us.
Donaldson, we had Urshela.
Please don't ever bring up that name.
I liked Urshela though. A lot of people liked Urshela.
Yeah.
So.
But he wasn't a long stare. I mean, we had him for 2.5 seasons, and we traded him.
Well.
Yep.
So I mean, everyone talks about Torres having a crap season. Well, you know who else is having a crap season? Is Bregman, and he's in the contract year too.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's been terrible.
Bregman may be hitting lower than Torres at this point. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think he's going to take a discount on a contract?
Probably not.
Probably not, but Yankees were eyeing Alex Bregman.
Yeah. Well, maybe they get him cheaper.
He sounds like a Matt Chapman waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Let me ask you guys something, because somebody asked me this. My nephew asked me this earlier this week. What Yankees are All-Stars this year? If the All-Star game was tomorrow, what Yankees are making an All-Star team?
I'm going with
Soto. Soto, yeah.
Well, Soto, of course. Yeah. Soto.
Verdugo.
I think Jose Trevino could be an All-Star, bro.
I do too.
Mm-hmm. Pitching-wise.
For the catcher spot, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, pitching-wise, Luke Weaver has pitched really well.
I mean, Clay Holmes by far is going to be an
Holmes.
All-Star.
Yeah.
And you can't look past the kid Heel either.
Yeah,
Luis.
Heel He could be one too.
Volpe, possibly. He's
I mean,
borderline.
he came in as the Yankees 5 starter, but
Yeah.
he's been locking it up with ones and holding his own every time he faces up against one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bill says
And Cole-
Judge too. So
Yeah, Judge.
Cole-
No,
I think by name probably by like because
well, home runs
he's
he's up there.
Yeah.
Home runs he's up there. But yeah, the batting average.
Kenneth said Gleyber. Stop it. don't get blocked. Don't get blocked.
I think Heal could be an all-star. He really could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the one player that everybody wants to see get a lot of playing time is Wells. Every time there's a runner at first base, I cringe. I mean, that dude has airmailed at least 3 balls that I know of into the outfield, throwing for a guy running to second.
Not just him, Trevino too. Like I said earlier in the stream, our catching, I think we've thrown out maybe 1 or 2 guys this year. You can run on the Yankees because Trevino as well.
Trevino has 1 throw out at second and 1 at third.
Yeah.
Wells had 1 at third the other day, didn't he? That was Wells that did that.
No, that was Trevino.
Mm-hmm. But I've seen Trevino throw a couple balls in the dirt, airmail 1 into the outfield too, and it's just
I mean, when it's sailing and the second baseman is there, and he has to be 12 foot tall to put a glove on it, it was like he was throwing to Judge from behind the plate. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone said Petit's a fan favorite, but he's barely been in the pros.
Yeah, no. Real Bill P is a Petite fan club leader. He loves Petite, and he's been a beast though. But they want him to be developing down there in the minors.
He pitched good his first outing during a doubleheader.
Yes,
so,
and I mean, we haven't even crusted with Beater or Warren.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, we have a lot of starting depth for us, which we didn't have enough of last year. That was for sure.
Yeah, man. But the Yankees, good win today. Awesome, man.
Good
yeah,
week.
awesome week. Yeah.
What are you feeling about this upcoming series with the Twins?
Twins
we usually have their number. But we're gonna see if they're the real deal. I think it will be a good test for them to see if they're the real deal.
Yeah, the Twins usually we have their number. They've been balling. They've been doing really well this season. They might win that division, but we're going. I think we're in Minnesota.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a tough series. It's not gonna be easy, but the Yankees can win it.
The Central is not looking bad.
No, it's wide open.
I mean, you've got Guardians that are playing very well. The Royals. The Royals are West, or are they Central?
Central.
The Royals are doing well. The Twins are doing well. I think they're all within a game or 2 of each other.
Yeah.
I mean, when we played the Guardians played us hard. We took the series, but they weren't walkaways.
Yeah. But the AL East is stacked though. Like we're the best division in baseball. That's why we have to make sure we stay ahead of these wins.
By far.
You know the thing that's amazing me is that the Red Sox have the best starting rotation in baseball.
Yeah. Isn't it crazy? Like they have the best team ERA, not even from the starting rotation. All of baseball.
They haven't
the
played
Red
anybody.
Sox. But the fact is they're not even they're not like doing really well. You know, like the bats haven't been alive for them. But like if you would have told me the Red Sox would have the best ERA in baseball come mid-May, I would have been like, you're crazy.
Yeah, fuck them. I hate the Red Sox. You're not. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to find most Yankee fans that love the Red Sox anyhow. I just was They traded away the lefty side thrower.
Sale.
Yeah, they traded Sale. They signed Giolito, and he went down as spring training went, gone for the season. You look at who was it, Tanner Houck. He wasn't very good last year, but he seems to be holding his own. Except for when I put him in my fantasy lineup,
Right.
he gets his butt kicked.
My mom's trying to call in. Mom,
Right.
I put the link in the chat. Before we sign off, I would love to hear my mom. It would be awesome.
All
Mom.
right, kick me out then.
No, you're good. You're good until she comes
right.
backstage. Until but Catherine Gardner is my mom in the chat. So if she can, please everyone help her try to find the link. But I would love for my mom to call in. It'd make my whole day, honestly.
Everybody's spamming Hand of Doom.
But yeah.
So that Yankee win didn't make your day.
No.
Didn't make whose day?
The Yankee win. The Yankees always make my day, Ken. But yeah, no.
You're calling basketball tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm gonna be calling some basketball tomorrow.
This guy doesn't take a day off, man.
No,
you gotta grind.
Try not to.
Have you guys thought about doing a dual broadcast of a game?
We already talked about it. Mets, Yankees. We always do the Mets and Yankees.
Yeah.
Him and I. So we do the whole series.
Subway Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people keep asking that. So Subway Series is when we normally do it. So and that's fun. It was fun doing it last year because it's fun to have somebody else to be pissed off at Gleyber Torres, not just me.
So tell me, who was the hero of the game today?
Luke Weaver, in my opinion.
Luke Weaver,
dude, he stopped
nice.
the dude. We were shot and bleeding out, and this dude came in and was just like, "I'm gonna save us, guys." Either that or who else?
Well,
you got to give it to Gleyber Torres. Either Luke Weaver or Gleyber Torres.
When Max was doing his broadcast, he hit them in the head. I was like, he hit him in the head?
Yeah.
What happened? He hit who in the
head? You're talking about he when he hit Paredes right on the bill of the cap.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, he threw and hit him in the head? I was like, what the heck?
Yeah, almost hit him in the head, honestly.
No, it did. It hit right, like he leaned back and it hit right off the bill of the helmet.
Okay.
I've gotten hit in the face. I got a scar right here. I've gotten hit playing in middle school ball. Back then I didn't know how to really get myself out of the way of baseball. I got clocked, had to a bunch of stitches, broken cheekbone and everything.
Yeah, but when I was at Kansas and I was throwing, the mortal sin that you could do to me is lean over the plate because you were going to get hit. I threw inside constantly.
Sounds like you were wild to me.
Yeah, no.
Hold on, we have before my mom is backstage right now.
All right.
My MVP of the game has to be Jose Trevino for me.
Jose, got to do the
Jose,
call. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jose. He has been on fire, bro.
I think Max should love Jose Trevino dance. Like to put the sombrero down and just start dancing around it.
Well, I would imagine that Max would have gotten a Jose emoji in there somehow.
I'm trying, Bill. I'm trying, Ken. Sorry, I'm trying. We gotta get a lot more. I know YouTube hates me. YouTube after like a certain amount, it's gonna be 100. I'm like, what the hell?
That's crazy.
Really? Yeah. Like it's like, come on, man.
You might have to take one down. Your least used one.
I know.
Just don't take this one down. No matter what you do, don't ever take this one down.
Which one? Ken, you are the man. I appreciate everything about you, brother. And we love you on the channel. Ace and I appreciate you calling in all the time, man. Next week, call in again. You are the man.
All
We
right.
appreciate you. Happy
Have a
Mother's
good
Day
day.
to your mother. Happy Mother's Day to your spouse. Thank you for joining us today, bro.
Yep. Appreciate it. Have
Thank
a
you,
good
buddy.
one.
Thanks, man.
My mom in the
Hey, Max.
chat. Oh, Mama
How's it going?
coverage in the building. How you doing,
know,
Mom?
I'm doing, I played adult softball co-ed league. I was the catcher.
Really?
Okay.
Yes, and our team won. They won the championship because I caught the foul ball.
Ooh, see, I couldn't get that skill from my mom because I was trash at baseball. Remember, Mom? It would always hit my face when I played. I would.
You use your face to catch the ball.
I could make a lot of jokes right now if I wanted to.
Oh no, Ace.
Max's face always got in the way.
Yeah, it did.
I said, keep your eye on the ball. He literally kept his eye on the ball.
Yeah. That I told everyone, Mom, I was like, I can't play baseball. That was one sport I could not do. Basketball is my sport, even though it would still hit my face. But I can shoot. I'm like JJ Redick from the 3.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah.
So I gotta ask, is this your first time, Max, bringing on your mother on the stream?
Yes, it is.
All right, so we need juicy details on Max's childhood. Anything that you would like to disclose to, just kidding.
He was a great baby. He was a great kid.
And he turned into a fine young gentleman with a great, outstanding community. You should feel proud, Mom. You raised a good young man.
I am very proud. He never let me down.
Thank you. Stop. You're gonna make me cry, man. Come on now. Ugh. How's your day been, Mom?
Nice. We went on a 5-mile electric bike ride.
Nice.
Yeah, through one of these trails that went by the zoo. And
How's
then,
David?
of course, I went to my favorite restaurant and had steak.
Ooh, hell yeah. There you go.
And now we're home chilling.
How's David?
David's good. He also got me flowers. See?
Ooh,
very
look
pretty.
at that. Good.
Yeah, he did good.
Glad you had a
So-
great day, Mom.
I had a wonderful day. Thank you very much. And it's nice weather too.
Yeah.
Mm,
Very
Yes.
You had the windows open over there?
of course. No AC to June 1st.
Yeah, I know how you guys.
Don't do it.
Ace, when I visit them.
Mhm.
Oh, there's a.
Hey,
There's.
hey, Max.
What's up? Hey, you turn it up. Let's go. When
What
I
you're
come
saying,
over
no
there, he's
AC?
over there sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that conveniently sick.
Yeah, right. All right, Ace, ask my mom something. What's a random question you want to ask my mom?
Ooh.
Ooh, put you on the spot.
Ooh, put her on the spot. Chat, any good questions that you would think for Max's mom? Well, the first that comes to mind is, are you a Yankee fan?
Nope.
No, I'm a Mets fan.
Oh, my goodness. Mom, what are we doing?
I'm a city girl, New York Metropolitans.
Oh, I mean, I'm from the Bronx, so it's like you got to root for the Yankees,
I know.
So,
Plus, I had to be. Everyone went for the Yankees. They had to have a rival, so I had to root
Mhm.
against the opposite team.
Max wants a juicy question. Max, I can ask a juicy question.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
What did you think of Max's music when he was a rapper?
Oh.
I thought he was wasting his beautiful voice on rapping.
Can he sing? And Max could sing. There's a lot of
He
people on
has
here.
an amazing voice.
There's a lot of people on here, Mr. Choa, that love Max's voice every time he sings.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would put Edwin Sherwin to shame if he sung
Ooh.
for real.
Ed Sheeran, yeah.
Yeah, Max is way better than him for real.
All right, Max, we're gonna have to hear some Ed Sheeran next time you stream.
He played the guitar at 6 years old. He had lessons, and his guitar teacher said he'd never seen a kid pick up music that quick.
Mm-hmm.
But he gave it up.
No, I did not give it up. I rapped.
He gave up the guitar.
Yeah. Well. I try to do something else.
You know, his grandfather was a jazz musician, and he played saxophone, and his parents thought it was the devil's music. So it must run in the family.
Well, I mean,
I
I
like some of his rap. I don't like the cursing stuff.
Oh.
I don't curse anymore, Mom. You know me. I don't curse.
That's good. That's a good boy.
But Mom, let me ask you this. Even though you're a Mets fan, how see, let me ask everybody right here in the chat. How did I become a Yankee fan?
I believe
Brian.
most of the men in the family were Yankee fans.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's how that happened.
Even
I used to like Keith Hernandez, first base player.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
You had a crush on him, Mom?
I did. Big time. I used to try to sit behind first base and yell at him.
Oh.
You know, I did date a couple ball players.
Oh, hold on, Mom.
Whoa.
Wait.
In my younger years.
What are you doing?
They're arrogant jerks.
Oh.
That's hilarious.
Oh, look.
I dated the pitcher for the Marlins in the inaugural season, 1989.
Great.
Briefly, because like I said, he was a jerk.
Well, he didn't deserve you, Mom. You know that?
Well, they're not allowed out past a certain hour.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And I didn't like that. And all they do is talk about themselves so much. I didn't like that either.
I think Max is hearing some stuff for the first time. That he's
Damn,
like,
yeah, Mom, what are you doing? You're airing everything out on the airwaves.
Like I said, I dated them. I didn't do anything else. I dated
Better
them
enough.
briefly. I got a T-shirt out of the deal, and I think I gave it away.
Kenneth says, I want to hear this. This is spicy details.
And they also, and Dr. Van
I'm
wants
not
to hear you rap
telling you
too.
his name.
Charlie Hugh, 1993. Does that sound familiar, Mom?
No, that's not the guy. And I was friends with a couple too, like the guy that just passed away. I forget his name, but he was a friend of mine, and he was a baseball player. He's from local. He's a local guy. That's how I knew him.
Oh, D-Rod.
Wow, D-Rod. Mom, did you meet Derek Jeter?
No.
Why?
Tim Wakefield was a friend of mine.
What?
Yeah, I even got your brother a signed Tim Wakefield baseball card. It might be in your collection while you're at it. Yeah, he was a personal friend.
That's the wrong team.
I know. Well, he was just a friend. He lived down the street.
Just a friend? He better be just a friend, Mom.
He lived down the street from me. He dated a friend of mine. And then I knew Pat Rapp and some other guy who's a AAA for the Marlins.
So all these guys and Max couldn't play baseball. That's kind of disappointing.
Like I said, I don't think I dated them more than like, I don't know, 3-4 times.
Damn, Mom.
They're all about themselves.
3-4 times. What the hell?
couple dates, couple dinners. Back then, you went out to dinner, you got dropped off at your house, and that was it.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope I hope that's all what happened, Mom.
That's the way we used to date back then. They would ask if they could kiss you goodnight. Most times, I said, "I don't think I gave you permission."
You better
Even
slap them.
Kiss me.
All I want to know is,
So
can I get a Ric Flair? Woo!
What's up, David?
Not
Show-
much, man.
Show him. Show him.
Huh?
David, where you at?
What? I'm right here.
What's up, mother
What's up,
trucker?
Yeah. Same to you. So, what's up?
Can I get a
Go
go Yankees?
Yankees. Just
Yeah.
go Yankees.
There you go. David's a
You
Yankee
know?
fan.
Yeah, I'm a Yankee
Yeah.
fan.
Cindy.
Yeah, but I don't follow baseball that much. But the only reason I know about baseball is because I listen to you, Max. That's how I know
Oh,
what's
there we
going
go.
on.
He's a
You
Saints
know?
fan.
Yes,
man.
but
Sydney says hi.
I'm starting to lean somewhere else now.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I might have to be a Miami fan.
What?
Yeah,
Why not
He
a
was
Packers?
born in Miami.
I was born in Miami, bro.
So go to
You
the
know?
Packers. They have plenty of room for you, man.
Who?
The Packers. You talking about the football, right?
Yeah,
Go to the Packers side, man.
I'm always a Packers fan when they're on and you're on. Now, if you're playing my team, I'm not gonna have to root for you. But anytime Green Bay's on and none of my teams are on, I root for Green Bay. Just to let you know.
You better.
All right? So
I'll come over there and beat your ass. How
you
about that?
You can like to try, but you got to multitask with sports, man. You can't just love one team all the time.
Yes, you can. You love the
No,
Yankees, right, David?
You know what? I'm a Florida team fan for all Florida teams because I'm from Florida and I live in Florida. That includes college and pro. All the Florida teams, I root for them.
You're a Yankee fan, though.
I know, because you know what? When I was about knee high to a grasshopper, me and my brother had a picture. I cannot find the picture, but we were dressed alike, like twins, in New York Yankee baseball outfits.
And his father was.
And my dad has been a Yankee fan, so I guess it's always been inbred.
Yeah, his father was from Boston,
I can
Oh,
go back
God.
and put
but
stuff up.
he actually was a Yankee fan from Boston.
Bye, Max, and all your
Bye.
friends, and all
Nice
the
to meet
people
you.
out there in TV land.
TV.
land.
Nice to meet you.
Pizza time.
Oh, you got some pizza?
I
I see
know,
you drink.
I know.
I see you pouring up over there.
What?
This is going on.
Huh? What?
Cheers, man. Cheers.
Love a piece of chicken grease. You know that, bro.
Hey, David. See,
What?
a lot of people don't understand that. I always say love Pete's chicken grease before I sign out every stream
Yeah.
because of you.
All right. Well, appreciate it. Glad to be part of your show. And
That's-
I'll expect a royalty check in the mail tomorrow.
Wow.
Now, there it is.
You don't have a trademark. You don't have a trademark, so I'm good.
Okay. Oh, all right. There you go, Broham. All right. I got to finish putting up the pipes. Y'all have fun.
Bye.
Nice to meet you.
All right. Hey, nice to meet you too.
All right, I'm gonna go too and help him put up the bikes.
All right, Mom. Love you. Happy Mother's Day.
Nice to meet you, Mrs. Coverage.
Oh, thanks. Nice to meet you too, and come down and see me. I live in a great place here, Max. We got a
Yeah.
rocket launch tonight at 8:30. They're sending people up there. See my shirt?
Yeah, get your ass to Mars. Is that what it says?
That's what it says. Get your
Nice.
ass to Mars.
Thank you, Mom, for calling. Thank you. I love you. Happy Mother's
Love
Day.
you too. Happy Mother's Day. Peace, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
So has your mom met Mrs. Hand of Doom?
Yes, she has.
Oh, okay. Nice.
That was fun, man. That was
Nice.
fun. Thank you, Ace. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out and doing that. That was awesome.
That's awesome that you had your mom on here. Everybody, thank you for dropping those happy Mother's Day to Max's mom. That was amazing.
Yeah, I'm getting emotional, but that was. Thank you.
Yeah.
I know we wanted to keep the episode short, but I appreciate you, Ace.
It's all good. We had a good time, man. And thank you to everybody who supported, who came in here, liked and subscribed to both channels. You guys are the best, man. And shout outs to all the Yankee fans. It's been a good season so far. Yankees are off tomorrow. Big series versus Minnesota on Tuesday.
Gonna be a tough series too. Not easy.
Yep.
This Twins team is good, man. They can compete. So
yep.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun. Shout out to the Yankees, man. Doing their fucking job, balling out. They win another series. I mean, I feel like only one series they lost against Toronto?
Two? No, and we lost to the Orioles.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Orioles.
So
I don't even want to think about that one.
The only two series we lost have been against the division. So
yeah. But Ace, appreciate you, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hit that like, hit that subscribe on the way out. Subscribe to Ace Avenue as well. He just reached over 1,000 subscribers. Show my guy some love, baby.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yankees.
Make sure. And shout out to Max. Everybody put 6K in the chat, man. For Max, who just hit 6K. Spam it, guys.
Thank you guys, man. It's been an awesome ride. And we keep going up. We keep going up.
All the way up.
Yes, sir. I would play it, but I we get copyrighted. So
yeah. So next time we see you, we got to hear some Ed Sheeran because your mom said you could sing some Ed Sheeran. So you got to hear it, man.
Appreciate you, man. It's been a fun, really fun episode, man. Thank you so much. Ace, you're the man, brother.
You too.
It's always love, peace, chicken grease on Max Coverage TV and on the Ace Avenue. Last words before we head out, Ace.
You guys are the best, man. Thank you, guys. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, all the mother-like figures out there. Make sure you guys out there all show your appreciation. Call up your mother to show them some love because, like I said, you guys wouldn't be here, and neither would we without them.
Yep. Love y'all, man. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there in the chat. Thank you for hanging out with us. We will be back next week. We're out of here. And as always, go Yankees. See y'all on the next stream. Peace.